All right, Dan Nagy here, and I'm here with John Page.
Hi there!
You're a guitar builder, yeah? You build all these?
Well, no, actually, I designed all these.
You
I built some
designed
of them. I built for many, many years. My hands are a little old to build now. So Chase Gullett is our builder. I do the designing, and there's
You're Chase?
Yeah, I'm Chase.
Hey, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
And together, yeah, we're John Page Guitars.
Awesome. What inspired you to be a guitar builder?
When I was a kid, many years ago, wanting to play guitar and not being able to afford a good one. So
I
I
understand.
started building my own at 15, and now here I am, well over 50 years later, still building. So
Wow. 50 years later.
over 50,
Over
yeah.
50 years later.
Yeah.
Wow. What have you learned in the years of 50 years of building instruments in the industry?
That you never should stop learning.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I mean, every time you build, you learn something else. Every guitar I make, I try to make the next one better, no matter how many hundreds or thousands I've made. 20 years at Fender, all the design I did at Fender and the custom shop and everything else, I still am learning after leaving there over 20 years ago. So,
Wow.
yeah, just keep opening the mind, keep trying new things. Yeah.
Interesting.
The
I
act
love
of
that
creating.
mindset.
Yeah.
The act of creating.
Yeah.
When do you know to move on from something and just instead of making something continuously better, you apply what you learned in the next one?
Well, I would back it up a little bit by saying that every decision I make, I try to make an excellent piece. It may not always be perfect, but it's excellent. Because then if I make any burps in the middle, anywhere along the line, I still know I'm going to have an excellent guitar at the end. So then I'll make a mental note. Okay, next time, I didn't particularly like the way this went. I'll make sure that I correct that on the next one. But I would never build a guitar that's not excellent. It always has to be an excellent guitar. Some might be more excellent than the others, but I don't ever want to build a dog, you know?
What have you learned from more? Success or failure?
Oh, failure.
Yeah.
I think you always learn more from
Yeah.
failure. But if you don't, who was a Babe Ruth, the old American baseball player Babe Ruth was like a big famous player back in the 30s or whatever. And he had, the story goes, when he had the home run record, he also had the strikeout record. So basically the story is if you're not shooting for the moon, you're not going to ever reach it, right? So if he was going to get a home run, he might strike out as many times as he hit home runs, but he had more home runs than anybody else. So to me, the failures mean that you're going outside the box. You're trying to do something that hasn't been done before, or you're trying to use a method that hasn't been developed before. And that's what you learn from is when you succeed because of prior failures. But
I love that.
the starting impetus is the failure.
What are mentalisms that you live by?
What?
Mentalisms.
Mentalisms
like thoughts or ways of living or mindsets.
Well, I think there's one main one, which is early in your life or at some point in your life, you have to define what success means for you. Okay?
That's
so
good, John.
It's like, it's different for every single person. And for some people, I had a good friend of mine who I had the utmost respect from. And one time he told me success for him was the number on his checkbook getting bigger every month.
And that can be.
That's fine. That's what it was. For me, success is being able to do what I want every day creatively with no restrictions. And making sure my family doesn't suffer in the meantime. But that's it. You have to define what success means for you. And for me, success means being able to do what I want to do every day creatively and not having too many guardrails in that, right? Just dreaming out, as far as you can go. Some of my stuff, these guitars are pretty straight ahead for us, but when you get into some of my art guitars, they're insane, and it's like things that you wouldn't normally do. And that's what I like. Don't use the guardrails.
I love that message. I think a lot of people put self-imposed limitations on themselves and they don't try hard enough because they think, oh, I can't reach something, you know. And I think I agree with you exactly what you just said. The guardrails.
Yeah.
Now tell me about the instruments here.
Well, we have three main models here.
Okay.
Here on this far end here is the AJ, and it basically, they're obviously very influenced by Fender guitars. I was designer at Fender for 20 plus years, and
Wow.
and builder, started a custom
Wow.
shop. So I'm going to have Fender influences. But there's a lot of changes I made in it. Most of them are subtle changes, but they're things that I would have liked to have changed on a Telecaster, but that were not proper for Fender. So in developing my own line, I was able to make those changes. So there's brass inserts in the neck using metal mounting screws, which is a better tonal coupling. There's a different neck fretboard radius, a 12-inch radius, medium jumbo frets, the P90 instead of the standard Tele style pickup, neck pickup, and then I reverse angle all my pickups on the bridge. So that reverse angle gets rid of the ice pick highs and tightens up the
Interesting.
bottom. And again, it would be sacrilegious to do that on a Fender, but I can do it on mine, right?
Interesting.
And even changing the body styling is different. Doesn't have the square bottom of all Fenders. It's more radiused, and then change the lower horn so you can access all the way up on the fretboard. So a lot of, like I said, subtle changes, but also made it look different. I have too much respect for Fender after 20 plus years there
Wow.
to copy their
Wow.
designs, right? So I let them inspire me to go the direction I did. So that's the AJ. The DL is another model, which is actually 2P90 version, and single or double cutaway on this one with a longer horn, and then the Ashburn over here, which is more of an homage to the Stratocaster, my S style, and this one is actually for Matt Muehling, who's a guitarist on the Kill Tony band and Sir Woman into Homies, and great Austin guitar player. So that's what this guitar is designed for. But with the extra recessed tremolo because he does a lot of back bowls.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so those are our main models.
You said three?
Yeah, those
Three
three.
main model.
Those are the three main basic models, which would be the AJ, the DL, and the Ashburn.
Okay,
and then there's
awesome.
variations of it, the Matt Muehling Ashburn, and over here is the Noah Levine DL, which is Noah Levine is the guitarist with Noah Kahn. And so this is the baritone we're developing for him.
Oh, it's a baritone guitar.
Yeah, this one's a
No
baritone
kidding.
with a B bender and two P90s, and yeah. In fact, that's going to be going through stadium tours all over the world starting in a couple of months.
What's a baritone tune to?
Pardon me?
What's a baritone tune to?
B standard.
Oh, B standard.
B to B,
Wow.
yeah.
Cool. Very interesting.
Yeah, and it's got the Bigsby tremolo, and yeah.
Where are y'all located?
We're located all over the place.
I like that answer.
Yeah. Our offices and showroom are in Austin, Texas.
Austin, no kidding.
Yep, and our master builder and his team are in Delaware, Ohio, Chase Scullett. And my design facilities and my prototyping, I'm out in Oregon, the forest of Oregon. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful instruments. Awesome. Thank you so much, John.
you're very welcome.
Very
Pleasure
pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Oh, no, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Yes, sure. Very nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. Brian, look at purple. Oh, well, hey, you don't gotta tell me about purple.
The whole booth over there has purple. Somebody came by and was like, love the purple vibe. Yeah, all tied in together.
Whoop. Down.
Oh, that was funny. Nice. And this is this, right?
Yeah.
What is this one? The middle?
Listen, where are you? There again.
I keep doing it. I don't know why.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I can't remember how I did the switching exactly, but this is what I'm remembering. Okay, so you have 4, right? Well, I call it 1, but the 4 position would be full humbucker. Second position would be these 2 coils, if I'm not mistaken. But it might be these 3. It's been so long since I designed this circuit, I can't remember what it was. But I know there's some 3 coils. Trace, do you remember how I did the switching on this as far as which coils were which? I hate to say that I can't remember. Because I know I had some 3 coils set up.
I'm sorry.
No, we have a coil splitter on here, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so-
then the 5 position
Yeah.
is just a 5 position, and then it's a coil
Yeah, so there's your
Oh, it's coil tech.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
apologize.
No, you're good.
So,
It's so hard for me to remember all this stuff. So that's just a regular 5 position.
Yes.
But then you can coil down.
yes.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it also has the bus kill in there as well.
Yeah, the buzzkill.
Yep.
So any of your positions
Buzzkill?
are single coil.
Yeah.
It's
What is a buzzkill?
buzzkill is under here. It's a dummy coil,
Oh.
a double dummy coil.
Oh,
Which I have to
cool.
do with-
Yeah, so in all positions where you've got set a single coil, those coils actually act as a
Either single
humbucker.
or-
Hold
Yeah,
it.
because
Say
there's
it to this. What are we talking about?
The buzz kill.
What is a buzzkill?
The buzzkill is a system that's 2 dummy coils in the guitar there. So when you are in a single coil position on there, it actually offers a hum canceling sound. So you've got a real clean, clear single coil tone from the guitar.
Cool.
And not only the single coil mode, but the 3 coil mode. There's actually, the way I did the wiring, and there's just some positions where you'll have the humbucker on with the middle pickup. So there'll actually be 3 coils on. So you need that humbucker to balance it again, to make it see 2 humbuckers.
Wow. Thank
But
you.
that's what I'm saying. I got confused because I remember I did some things
Yeah.
perfectly, and then it's like, what do I do?
Is this a Goto?
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
Goto
Go to
510?
510.
I have a Goto 510 too.
Yeah. In fact, the weirdest thing happened. The little insert here on the tremolo, that black plastic insert. Jeff Tevar, who's played with a ton of people, he calls me up and he's been playing our guitars for quite a few years. He goes, John, I lost that plastic insert. I had to put duct tape on my tremolo. It's like, I've never heard of that in my life. So I just had to go. Nick got me.
Were you able to get some next
Well, they don't sell them.
Yeah.
So my friend in Japan was able to talk to Goto directly,
Nice.
and they're sending me 10. So I said, I got some guitar friends that might need it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I might tap you on one of those.
I've never heard of that in my life. I've
Yeah.
never heard of anybody.
Now that said, I've seen them chewed up. Yeah, you're like, man, but same thing as a
Because I've got a bridge now. I set it to John.
How do you like it?
What do you think are 5 like repair or fix skills that guitar players needs to know?
Well, change your own strings and wind them properly. Truss rod adjustment, probably bridge adjustment, whether you've got compensated saddles or a 2-point or 6-point, knowing how to adjust your saddle height or your bridge height. I would say those are the three like must-haves. Maybe how to reseat your neck properly if you have a bolt on. But beyond that, I don't even think electronics are required because that's another world. But if you want to keep going, like I would say electronics. And then electronics are cool because then you can start swapping pickups and messing around. But the main ones I would say is like obviously restringing your guitar properly, knowing how to use a truss rod, setting your neck up properly, and then being able to adjust your bridge and your saddles. So if you find, this bend, I keep bending this and this keeps fretting out, knowing how to fix that on your own is huge. And it's not really that hard. You just got to learn,
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet, man.